Did I ever tell you guys about that dragon?
Nope.
This was in, let me count my fingers. Which is 5th grade. But we had this art project and I think we had to dig up our own clay. And then with the clay we found, we would make these statues. I decided to make this dragon statue because I love dragons. I think dragons are the coolest thing ever. Don't tell this to Kai. It will go to her head. Dragons are the coolest thing ever. I made this dragon figure and I wanted to make it like super duper detailed. I made every scale one by one and I made them kind of stick out. So it looked like he was almost like shedding his scales like that. And I made 2 majestic wings and he was a long boy, by the way. He was a very long boy. Long. Really, really long. Which actually, that length was its downfall. I gave it the dumbest name ever. I just called him Draakje, which means tiny dragon in Dutch, which I thought was cute, but it's kind of dumb. I feel like it deserved a much more majestic name. And I gave it like a baby name. He even had like teeth, you know, like hairy. I remember everyone in my class like being in awe over that dragon and I was feeling like the shit, you know, because I was like, yeah, I made that, you know. Our art products would usually stay at school and at the end of the year, you could bring them home. So I brought home my dragon and I gave it this place in my room where I would display it because I was so proud of it. My sister saw that dragon and her eyes were just like, oh my god, yo, a dragon. That's a nice dragon you got there, you know. And I was like, yeah, sure. Time went by and everything was fine. Then one day, I came home and I found my dragon split in 2 with Elmer's glue or whatever it was in it. Someone tried to repair it with the Elmer's glue. And I was just like, who could have possibly done that? So then I just called my sister and I said, hey, can you come to my room for a second? And I already saw her look kind of like that. And I was like, what happened to my dragon? And then she just looked at me and she started crying and she was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I destroyed your dragon. I loved him so much that I wanted to play with him. So I was trying to make him fly through the sky. And she was crying so hard. I was like, oh, dragon. I think she was being really rough with it and it just snapped in 2. We gave that dragon like a burial. We buried him on my balcony in a plant pot. We buried him together and we gave him a funeral and stuff like that. So I don't have that dragon anymore. I don't have Draakje anymore.